Now, the next person we're going to look at is me. I'm Walter L. Robinson. And now I was born back in 45, and then my history of water shoes started somewhere in the 50s. I'm watching television, and this is in my book. If you pick up my book, The Water Shoe Serious Work, my background history of these water shoes. Now, I'm born and raised in the hood. I'm from Florida, Tampa, down in the hood. And this is 45, we're dealing with segregation, and they had the signs up, colored water fountains, white water fountains, and all that, and all that, and all that. But I come out of a family that had a little money. Well, we didn't, in the beginning we didn't have that much money. But anyway, we acquired some money, and that's a little devious as to how the money got there. But anyway, we acquired some money, and we started doing pretty good. And the old man sent all of us, six of us, we all went to college and started eating real meat and real food and all kinds of stuff. And we were having just a good old time, and still having a good old time. So what happened is I'm watching TV, and I see it was a program called Wide World way back in the 50s, and with Gary Moore, and there was the guy that was did the program, and it was some little island off the Philippines, whatever. This little kid was standing on some styrofoam, and just for a few minutes he stood on the styrofoam and fell off. Now I'm about 9 or 10 years old at the time, and it was just only on TV for a few seconds, and it was off. Then I forgot about it, just that and the other. I'm in Vietnam in 68. I'm in Vietnam. Well, I was in the engineers, but we got we got shot at, and all this good stuff, But we were having a good time. I had a good time in Vietnam. I love that. Really loved that war. It was a wonderful, wonderful war. They wouldn't give me any bullets. They gave me a gun, but they wouldn't give me any bullets. They gave me some rocks, and they said, well, if the enemy come around, throw some rocks at them. They didn't give me any big rocks, but some small rocks. They said, well, put these in your pocket. If the enemy come around, throw rocks at the enemy. And I thought that was a bit strange, but the war is not like it is on television, But anyway, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun in Vietnam. But anyway, while I was in Vietnam, I saw a wing, aircraft wing from some fighter jet, whatever. Anyway, it's got blown off, and these kids was standing on the wing in the harbor. The wing was in the water in the harbor, and these kids was kind of playing on it, and it was kind of bobbing up and down, and they were playing on this airplane wing that was detached from the airplane. It was kind of playing around, and this idea from my early childhood kind of linked together. And I thought about this idea of walking on water just a little bit. I'm in Vietnam, just passing. But we were down in the Mekong Delta. We were down in Can Tho. It's the last city down on the Mekong River. The last city down. If you look at a map of Vietnam, follow the Mekong River, the last city down is Can Tho. And that's where we were more or less stationed at. And when it rains for 6 months in the water and all this stuff, and it piles up. So you're in a lot of water, or we were in a lot of water, or I was in a lot of water. And so water and water shoes and the water buffaloes and the farmers and all this down there in the vegetation. And we're in rice paddies, and we just lived in wet for 6 months of the rainy season. So this idea of water shoes, small boats and all this, you get at least I did anyway, you got wrapped up in all this, had a little imagination. I come back from Vietnam, and they sent me down to Panama for rest and recuperation.